Alright, so the mission looks like it's loaded and the stream is going. So tonight we're going to go fly some F-18s in the same mission that I did a live with yesterday with the Harrier. The mission is called Marines Moawad 1993 because that's the year I've pasted in. And we have like a lot of different targets. This is the target we were hitting yesterday with the Harrier, but there are lots of other ones, and so we have many planes that we can fly that can be used in this particular mission, including Su-25s like my loading screen shows here, but that's not the one we're going to be flying. We're going to do a sortie with the Hornet to show off some of the things that are present in the mission. So here you can see there are lots of different flights, and I believe the one I wanted to do is Sting. I just realized that a lot of those flights are classified as CAP and they should be in close air support CAS, but that's not a really big issue. So I'm just going to click OK. It'll take us to our F-18. So yeah, I decided to share the mission, which should be available in the next coming days on the user files. And as you can see, you have lots of different flight groups that can do different missions. Yesterday we did the mission with the AV-8B, but there's also an Su-25, there are some F-5Es, and the other ones, all these other flights are Hornets, because we are like on a base that's been captured by Marines. So I figured, yeah, okay, let's take some Marine F-18s and Marine Harriers. So we're going to be doing the task for Sting 2, which is to eliminate the BM-21 MLRS artillery systems that could become a menace to our land base. The enemy's at waypoint 2 and they move around a lot. They could have AAA defenses, so that should make it interesting. The other thing that should be interesting is that at the beginning of the mission we might get enemy planes coming at us, and so that's something we didn't see yesterday because I had already flown that part with my wingman online together, and when I started the live yesterday it was after all that. But if I go, let me just set things up here. If I go to the F10 map, this is the target that we're going to hit. If I show the waypoints, we'll see that we're going north for RIP. We'll go hit that and then we'll come back here. But some of the other things we can do, and we'll see what we decide to do, but there's a refueler here that we can refuel from. There's also an aircraft carrier that we can go practice landing on. And here there's going to be some planes doing their things, so we're going to focus on what we're doing here. We can see there's a friendly helicopter flying by over there, probably doing a little patrol over the base. So I'm going to set up my cockpit like I usually do here for the Hornet. Put our SA page data link on. Set that up, and then here get our stores ready. This will be dropped in CCIP with the nose fuse, and these usually I like to put it in salvo so it shoots both pods at the same time, and we've got like two here, so that's a lot of rocket pods. And we'll probably start with that. And so there, and I think we have a centerline fuel tank. Yes, this is our Marines F-18. So I wanted to check my frequencies. This one I'll put there. For the airfield here, I need to check 121. Oops. I don't know if it's part of the frequencies I've got set up for COM 1 or 2. We'll go with manual for this one. 121.000, enter. And so that will allow us to communicate with our tower here.
2, request taxi to runway. Clear to taxi to runway 6.
Okay, so that's working. You can see on the data link there's already an indication there of something. Runway 6, if I'm not mistaken, it's in that direction here. Yes, okay, so I'll have to taxi there. So that's all good. Let's put our feet on the pedals. And I was going to start my helmet sight, but since it's 1993, we don't have one of those. The other thing we won't have is AMRAAMs. We're playing with Sparrows. So if we look at the plane, you'll see that we have the good old Sparrows as the air-to-air missiles with some sidewinders, not the X version. I don't know if it's the Lima or the Mike that I've put. But yeah, older missile systems, a bit more of an interesting challenge. So yeah, we get to see some of the things I've put in on the base there. Little Hercules unloading equipment. Some amphibious AAVs. These objects are actually newer objects that come with the map. I didn't put those there. Ugra Media did. Alright. So, yeah, we still have a little ways to go if we want to go to the end of the runway. It's close to where those hangars are.
Takeoff.
And as usual, the tower is not responding when we'd like it to. So we'll just take off. Yeah, I knew I'd forgotten a few things. Of course, once we're halfway down the runway, we're going to get the permission. And we're airborne. 048 for 14. Okay, so they're pretty close by. Let's switch to air-to-air. Yes, there's somebody right there. Guess I won't even go loft on the missile. I'll just go normal. Okay, we've got a visual on the vehicle. It's probably an enemy fighter bomber. So for the Sparrow, we need a single target track like this. And we should be in range to shoot. 5, Fox 1. And I think he's going to be out of the game. We're there. I see the chute. Kinds of parts falling down. Okay, so he's a gunner. Anything else we should worry about? I'll just scan to the east. Alright, so it looks like it's fairly clean for now. So I'm going to turn around and go to my original waypoint. Check my frequency here. Yeah, this number 2 is the AWACS. That's why we heard him talk earlier. So I think I'll switch directly to waypoint 2. I will climb a little bit. I guess we could switch already to air to ground. So this is one of the targets that could have some AAA. So gonna head in that direction there. What I'll do is I'll waypoint designate just to see where it is. It's in that area there, close to the village. I'm starting to see indications of vehicles on top there and something there. We're getting more bogeys, but they're at 40, so I think I have time to get at least one pass done. Alright, so that's good. So we'll just go back to waypoint. Gotta be careful, see if they have AAA or other defenses. See a big vehicle there, and then I see the row of other vehicles up top. Okay, so let's try a few rockets there. I don't know if I was a bit too far. Maybe. Those are the BM-21s I think I need to hit. So somebody's shooting at me. That looked like a bit of some sort of a Toyota. Oops. I see him. Should take care of that. Oh no, that didn't work. There's still one. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do then. Gonna switch to our bombs. Let's climb a little bit. Gonna drop the fuel tank. So we are still a bit heavy. So fuel tank is now gone. There you go. And we're gonna go drop some bombs. Sorry, I'm just gonna replace my track IR here. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. So let's dive on the targets again. I'll try to get that bigger vehicle and the remaining Toyota. And boom. And boom. Let's see how we did. Boom and boom. There we go. Going to look pretty good. Drop the remaining bombs on some of those munitions trucks or whatever they are. Pooh. Pooh. Kaboom, kaboom. Sorry, the plane was a little bit in the way for... So I'll switch back to rockets and empty those. And then I heard the AWACS call something. So. Okay, something hot. That went long. Did we get him? Yeah, we got him. Okay, so let's drop the empty rocket pods and go check what we have in terms of air-to-air. There's something there. Can we lock this guy? Can we? To see where he might be. Let's go air combat. See if we can spot him like that. To get a lock. Just go return to the regular scan. says it's at 6. I'm not scanning high enough. Let's make it a smaller scan. There we go. At him right there. See lots of flares. Gonna go air combat again. See if we can catch him somewhere in that. Not very lucky. Something shooting. I think it was a ground target there. Okay, let's get out of air combat mode. Can't spot anything worth a darn in visual. Assume he's low. Okay, there he is. Yeah, I thought it was the Su-25, but I just couldn't get my eyes on him. And I lost him again. Where'd he go? Okay, there he is. Okay, enough playing around. There he is. Now we've got him locked. We'll get a little bit behind him with live pursuit, and then we'll shoot a sidewinder. Fox 2. He's a hit. He's not dead. Switching to guns. Okay, he's ejected now. There we go. And down he goes. Got anything else for us, AWACS?
Wizard 112. Request bogey dope. Wizard 11. Bra 108 423 at 3,000 knots.
108, 30,000. Okay, why can't it get out of ACM mode? Let's get to this then. Maybe that'll work. Got that target there. Super high. Let's go pay him a visit. Okay, so we're getting the shoot cue. Fox 1. I don't know if the missile will have enough energy. Oh yeah, it got him. We got him. Alright, so what I'll do now is I'm going to try to locate the tanker. So to do that, we're going to turn on a TACAN, given the tanker a TACAN of 5.5. I think I'm going to have to increase my range here and see if I can get that. First, TACAN has to be on. Okay, now it's on. And it's there, so if I turn this on, it's gonna say 69 miles to tanker. If I'm not mistaken, the tanker's frequency is on channel 3. So let's see if we can talk to him. Still a good ways off, but say intent to refuel.
Request rejoin.
This is our plane. This is some of the enemy planes, but what I want to show is this guy. This is our tanker who's over the ocean there. And he's actually pretty close to the carrier, as you can see. So I think what we'll do is we'll just go give it a quick connect, a splash, get some fuel. I won't load up too much fuel because I want to go land on the carrier after. Because it's fun. Makes for a good practice because we just did some air-to-air followed by air-to-ground followed by more air-to-air. Now we can do air refueling and carrier landing. The altitude hold. I'm trying to see if he's moving from right to left or left to right, because then I'm gonna moving from right to left. So what I'll do is I'll take a lead pursuit angle on him so that we get there even faster. Still have plenty of fuel. Let's burn some more. So I thought maybe he was turning, but he's not. So we're going to make ourselves visible. We're turning our lights on. "20 miles is kind of hard to get a visual." Okay, now I think I see him. That little thing right there. Yeah, I think he's turning now. So we'll go on this side and then we'll come back behind him. Now he's flying towards us. We'll remove the autopilot. So now that we're roughly getting in position, we'll get our probe out. As I said, it's more for the practice and to get just a quick splash, because after that we'll go land on the carrier. But let's see if he wants us to connect.
Ready, pre-contact. Clear contact.
There we go. So we're going to bring our nozzle into the refueling probe. zoom out a little bit. I'm looking at the nacelle on the wing to the left, and when I get really close I'll really focus on the basket, but to keep the formation with the refueler I look at the nacelle. And now I'm starting to look at the basket and the nacelle and to get a good angle to come in. Now we're taking fuel. I think we're good already. Yeah, 5,000, that'll be great. So I'll just tell him to abort.
Abort rejoin.
Thank you, that was fun. So now what I'll do is I'll change my TACAN channel to 71, which is the carrier. And the carrier is behind us. I don't know if we'll have a visual on it right away, but thank you, fuel. Mr. Texaco giving us fuel. So we're 27 miles from the carrier. So in the mission, one of the cool things I did on the F10 map is I've put a lot of information like this. So it's 127.5 to go to the carrier. So since I was already in the manual here, I'll be able to enter 127.500. Then I'll be able to call the carrier. So that's the second radio. Inbound.
Marshall 021. March Mops 0907. 422. Angels 60. State 4.9.
So that's going to be the heading I'll want to have for the carrier when I land. And I'll put my ILS on channel 11. Turn that on as well. And now we're going to lose some altitude, so autopilot off. And we can see the ships in the distance there. So because it's beautiful weather today, we're going to do a standard pattern and approach. I guess it's the case 1 recovery for that. One of the things that can be done ahead of time is getting the hook down.
021. See you at 10.
Then we can call the carrier that we can see them.
021, stay 4.7.
The reason I didn't put too much fuel in the plane is that you don't want to be too heavy when landing on the carrier. There is a maximum weight that you can land with. So now what I'll do is I'll go in between those two. I'll check if there's anything blocking the runway on the carrier. If not, I'm going to do a pattern, turn like that, go over that ship, then come back behind and land on the carrier. So that's the plan.
021, tower, roger. BRC 356, signal is Charlie. 021.
So let's look at the deck. There are some planes, but nothing blocking the runway. So that should be good. So now we're gonna start our turn, get our flaps down, get our gears down. It's telling us home fuel because it thinks we're going to go land at Rene Moawad, but we're actually landing on the carrier. To pull on the stick a little bit. We don't want to get in the drink next to the ship. Because I know the ship is at about 1.3 miles from the carrier, it's the ideal distance. I'm gonna trim just to be like on the right spot here. That's good. This is my plane and landing configuration. Everything looks good. Once I'm here, I like to look when I see the wingtip reach the carrier, make my left turn. Can have a look at the carrier once in a while, but this instrument here can help us to line up. So now we're on left base. And I guess it's gonna be soon time to turn for final. And then we can check our needles, like in the HUD, the lines that tell us if we're too high, too low. Right now we're a little bit high. And if I put my nose near the carrier now, we'll be pretty much on the needles. I always like to point my nose a little bit to the right of the carrier. I might have overdone it a bit. Hornet ball.
021, Hornet ball, 4.1.
Because the ship's moving. That's why I point to the right a little bit. bolter, so we're gonna have to go around and do this again. I fell a little bit like a rock on the deck, so just gonna recenter everything. But did I put like rudder input there? No? Okay. It felt like my nose was pointing in the wrong direction.
Texaco 3-1, passing waypoint 2 at 20,000.
I don't understand why my flight path marker is so far to the right. Okay, we got it. Wasn't pretty, but we got it. There we go. So let's get those flaps up. And then we can get this to go like this. And then we can follow what the little guy is telling us to do. Okay, now I've got this guy I can follow. And then I follow this guy. And then I go to this guy there. Where does he want me to go? I'm a bit lost here. Let's just turn this around. I don't want to hit the other plane. Okay, now you want me to head towards you. Then this side. Okay, and now he's done the switcheroo. So as you can see, the plane has automatically turned around. It's kind of freaky when it happens, but so I'm just gonna cancel it and turn the plane off. And so we've successfully landed and parked on the carrier. You can see some of the other planes that are there. So what we'll do next is we will go to our map here, and we can see that there's a MiG-21 in the air, another one there. So we're going to take off from Moawat again. And this time we're going to try to go hit those T-55s, but we might have to do some air-to-air as well. So let's go to choose slots. And I believe Squid is the one doing that job. We'll see if I have Mavericks. I have Mavericks. I chose the right flight. Okay, good. So now we've got a new plane. And this one has Mark 83s and Mavericks for our close air support mission that we want to do. So let's set it all up again. To turn the Mavericks on ahead of time. CCIP nose fuse, so let's get it on the Mavericks. We'll prepare the center line. Yep, okay. So that looks good. And then get our lights on. There we go. Fleshy, fleshy. And then what's the frequency again? 121. So we'll put this on manual. 21000.
1. Request taxi to runway.
Gonna switch this. I guess they're giving us some information about enemy flights. So one of the enemies is very close. So I think I'm going to take a shortcut this time for the takeoff since we have bogies really close. Where we see that red and white antenna there. I think I'll have enough runway to take off there. Oh, cool. He gave me permission this time. He wasn't asleep at the job. Somewhere in the basement, in the control tower. Oh, my seat again. I always forget my ejection seat, which should be one of the first things you check, right? If we get hit, we're gonna be happy that we can actually eject. And we're airborne. Turn the lights off right away because we're already in a situation where we may have to intercept.
Wizard 111, request bogey dope. Wizard 11, Frog 060 for 25 at 4,000 knots.
There's something closer. Guess we lost luck. He was beaming us. Should I try one of those? Okay, got him locked again. What kind of plane is that? That's a MiG-21. Fox 1. Boom. Down he goes. Gonna jettison the tank soon. Tank jettison. Fox 1. See how he reacts to that. Kaboom. Yeah, there's a chute there, and he's crashed. So we got him. All right. Anything else for us in here?
Wizard 111. Request bogey dope. Wizard 11. Clean.
Okay, so now we got a clean picture. So I guess we can focus on our air to ground. So this is waypoint 1. We're going to switch to waypoint 2. At waypoint 2 we have some tanks that we need to destroy with our Mavericks. And since we don't have a targeting pod or the vehicles are not moving, we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. So I like to put my Mavericks in the FOV zoomed thing. And now what I'll do is I'll put the waypoint designate box on the target area. So I know that this target has an infantry base and 2 tanks. I already see like 2 dots in the field there, so I don't know if it's our 2 tanks. I'm gonna put the nose of the plane in that direction. Gonna set an attitude hold, and then with the missile I have to set it as that. I have to uncage the missile. And how do we move this thing again? I was able to do it yesterday, but it seems that it wants to lock something here automatically. I can't move it. So it means we're going to have to do another pass. So we'll head north, and then we'll come back for the targets. We did see something, but it's just my missile wasn't cooperating. Try to get an attitude hold there. I can't move my cursor. It wants to lock that thing on the road. What if I just bring this right here? Ah, I see what it does. It wants to lock the point because I've set it as a waypoint designate, maybe. I'm trying to follow the logic of the missile because it's not cooperating with me. I know where my targets are. I probably could have dropped like bombs already on them and that would have been taken care of, but I want to practice shooting Mavericks. Supposed to be a standoff weapon, and I have to fly all the way on the target. I see the targets. It's just I'm too close again. I'll just confirm that it's these two tanks, yes. Then I'll fly away. Must be patient. Got something that's in the air. Let's hope we can fire a Maverick or two before. So I'm gonna slow down. Point our nose at the target.
Altitude.
Everything looks exactly the same on this map, so I know the targets are close to a village and a pipeline. Okay, there it is. So if I uncage now, can I move this around? Yes. That's what we want. And then we're gonna shoot the second one. I like this. Oh yeah. So that's what we wanted to do. And you can see those tents and trucks. We're gonna drop our bombs there. That's the easy part.
Altitude.
Watch the explosions. Kaboom. Nothing left there. Alright, what do we have in the air? Let's cheat a bit. There's a MiG-21 there. Is that it? It was telling me there was something earlier, but did he just fly back to his base, or is he about to take off? These other guys are all friendlies. Not gonna wait for the MiG-21. I think I'm gonna head to the base. So waypoint 3 is our final.
Altitude.
Kind of find it fun to do that. Within the cockpit, it looks like this. And so we'll switch to the landing waypoint. Start slowing down. Air brakes out. Get a visual on the runway there. Get flaps to full, gear down. Trim those up a bit. There we go. My feet on the pedals. Touchdown. Speed brakes out. Wheel brakes engaged. And we can get out at the exit close to the parking lot. Speed brake in. Flaps going up. So this location here with those trucks, the heavy trucks and refueling trucks with the crates, this is a good refueling and rearming spot. And then you can be on your way either way of the runway that's in use. But for now, we're just heading to park. Get to see some of the nice elements of the base here that I've put in. Something like that. How does it look? looks alright. We'll ask the ground crew to put in the wheel chocks.
Chief, place the wheel chocks.
Copy. Wheel chocks are now in place.
Doing the lazy shutdown. And there we go. Let's go check out some of our targets here. So we've got a few sandbags left here, so that means the tanks and infantry base are gone. And for the first target we had gone for on the ground, there's this truck left. The MLRS BM-21 grads here, they're all destroyed. One of the trucks here has been killed. Got a few of the Toyotas. I got this other MLRS truck that was there. There wasn't any AAA, but the Toyota. Yesterday there was a ZSU on this target, so it would have been a bit harder to hit the targets without getting a few holes in the fuselage. But hey, tonight we get the easy version. That's the nice thing about a randomized mission like this. Every time you play it, you're gonna get something different. Same thing at this target area here. The targets can appear in different spots. In here there can be different AAAs and different targets appearing in different spots. And so yeah, that makes it quite interesting. There's even like a static target here of buildings. There's this hangar and this depot there. Lots of things to do. It's quite fun, and you can do it with the Hornets. I've positioned some Harriers here. I think I've put some Su-25s and F-5s on the taxiway ready for takeoff on 2-4. So yeah, lots of things I can do in this mission. It's quite fun. Maybe just to show, I could go to the choose slot. Let's say I take the Su-25. So now I'm in the cockpit. You can see that it's here on the taxiway, almost ready for takeoff. And if I take one of the F5s, it's going to be like just behind this one. As you can see, it's here on the taxiway as well. And I think the other F5 is close to the hangar there. And so yeah, lots of possibilities. Makes it a fun mission to fly. Lots of different things we can do with this. So I guess that'll be all for now. I hope you enjoyed the little flight. Cool hand out.